Hi, welcome to 99x Tech Talk series. Today we are going to look at version control systems. We are going to focus on Git version control system today. So let's start. When you are conducting root projects, this must be a similar situation for you where you end up with hundreds of different copies with the same project. So what's the solution for this? Version control system. Version control system allows you to record changes of your code base in a structured and controlled fashion. So why you should use a version control system? It makes it way easier to undo errors, roll back to earlier versions of your code. It makes it way easier to share code base between developers without creating any conflicts. So let's see what are the available version control system nowadays. We have Subversion, Git, Mercurial, CVS, and Team Foundation Server. So today we are going to focus on Git. So what is Git? It is a distributed source control system. It's an open source and free software. It was originally developed by Linus Torvalds and it's used on personal on very large projects and all size of teams. You can download Git by going to git-scm.com. There you can download Git for any platform you are using. You can install Git by using the default settings they have provided throughout the installation. We'll start creating a project folder. To continue, I have created a folder called Git demo. To use Git, we'll right click on your folder and select Git bash. First thing we have to do is initialize a Git repository in our project. To do that, we'll issue git init, and we can see that it initialized empty Git repository in our folder. Now you can see there's a folder called period git. If we go inside that, we can see several files inside our folder. This is the place all the changes are recorded in our project. We don't have to do any changes to our Git folder. To start, we'll add a file called readme as a demonstration. If we issue git status, we can see that our readme text is listed as untracked files. This means any changes which will be not saved. To stage this, we'll issue a command called git add, and we have to use our file name. We'll add readme.txt. If we issue git status again, we can see that our readme file is staged and it is ready to be committed. We'll add some text to our readme file. Let's say text1. We'll save it and issue git status again. Now we can see our file is listed under two categories. It's listed as ready to be commit and also as changes. Now it means that we have staged our file after creating it. If we commit at this stage, only the file creation will be recorded, but not the changes we added to the text file. To do that, to add our changes to the file, we have to stage the changes as well. We can do that by issuing git add command. You can remember we issued git add readme.txt. We issue git status again. We can see that our file is ready to be committed. So we'll try to commit our file. Committing means we are saving our changes. We'll issue git commit. Now we can see a vim editor prompt scene. Here we can add a commit message. To add a message, you have to go insert mode by pressing I. We can type a message. We'll add added readme, and to save this you can press escape button and enter :wq. wq will save and exit the vim. Now we can see our changes are successfully committed. To check the commit history, we can issue git log. Now we can see our all commits Since we have only one commit, it will show that commit, which is added readme. So we'll add a couple of files here to demonstrate that. Imagine you are adding a couple of source files, let's say file 1 and file 2. Let's say we have hundred of files. To add these files, you will have to use git add 100 of times. That's a big headache, isn't it? You can easily add them by using either period or using a wildcard. Here we'll use the period. It will add all the files regarding their extensions. If we check the status, you can see now file 1 and file 2 are ready to be committed. We'll commit them. Commit. Last time when we issue git commit, you can remember it went to a Vim editor, but we don't need to do that always. As a workaround, we can add the commit message here. We can use -m. We can say that we have added text files, and we'll try. Here you can see now we didn't prompt to the Vim editor, but we have successfully committed our changes. Now let's say we have some other files which you shouldn't be included in your commits. Let's say we have a log file and you don't need this log file to be recorded. We'll say mylog.log and we'll add some messages here. Let's say log1, we'll add text, log2, text2, and we'll save the file and we'll issue git status, and you can see our file is ready to it should be added as to staging mode, but we don't need to add our log file. How do we overcome this problem? The solution is adding a git ignore file. To do that, we have to create a file name period git ignore inside our project folder. But if you are in a Windows operating system, Windows operating system doesn't allow you to create a file which doesn't have any file name. For example, period git ignore doesn't have any file name. It just have only the file extension. Then how do you create this git ignore file in the Windows machine? We have git bash. Git bash can execute several Linux commands. We'll issue touch. If you know few Linux commands, you might know that touch will create a file. We'll create the git ignore file. You can see now git ignore file added. In this git ignore file, we can specify what are the files we shouldn't be included in our commits. Let's say all the files which have .log extensions, we don't need to add it in our commits, and we'll save. And if we issue git status, you will see git ignore file but not the log file. Since you added the text inside git ignore, you should commit that change. So let's add our git ignore and we'll commit saying added git ignore and we'll commit. Now you can see every file committed but not the log file. The other problem you come across is you have to develop features. Let's say you are developing features separately and you need to keep your master branch clean. So how do you develop a feature? To do that, Git provides a feature called branching. In your branching, you can develop features in a separate branch and merge the changes into the master branch later. So let's see what are the branches we currently have. We'll issue git branch, and we can see we have a branch called master. Now let's say we want to develop a feature called feature 1, and we need that to be derived from the current status from the master branch. Let's create our branch called git branch feature. So let's go to that branch. To change the branch, git provides git checkout. Now if we issue git branch, we can see that we are in the feature branch. Let's issue a git log to see what are the commits added into our feature branch. You can see all the commits which were in master branch are reflected in feature branch as well. So let's start developing a feature. Let's add another text file. Say we'll add a file name development, and we'll add a couple of changes. We'll add text1 and text2, and we'll commit everything. Now we have completed developing our feature, and it is ready to be merged into master branch. Let's see what are the commits we have. Now in feature branch we have 4 commits. The latest one is the feature development. We'll check out to master branch, and let's see what are the commits we have in the master branch. You can see only 3 commits, and if you go to the folder view, we can see our development text file is not inside the project. That's because it's only in the feature branch. Now we need to merge our feature branch into master branch. We'll issue a command called git merge. We need to merge feature branch to our current branch, and we can see one file is added. Now you can see development file is added to feature branch. But what if several people worked on the same file? There will be a lot of conflicts. Let's say in our master branch we'll add another call text3, text4, and we'll say a developer add some rubbish text as well, but he has committed. And you can see here I used git commit -a. This will stage all the changes we did to uh, current files, so we don't have to use git add. But if we have created new files, we have to stage them separately. Now let's go into our feature branch, and we'll open the development text file again. Now you can see we have only text1 and text2, and let's say people who are working in the feature branch add a text call, and we'll commit it. Git commit and now you can see there's so much there will be a conflict, because in our feature branch we have added only the text feature, but in our master branch we have added several text. Let's try to merge our master branch into feature branch. Let's issue git merge master, and you can see a conflict has been occurred. We'll open our text file, and now you can see text1 and text2 has been common for both branches, but in our head, which is current branch, have added only the text feature, while master branch has added several lines. Now I earlier said text3 and text4 is used, but this is a rubbish text line, and we'll uh, solve this merge conflicts. We don't need these lines, but we need this line, and we don't need this line either. Now we can save, and if we commit, we have now successfully solved all the conflicts of our master branch and feature branch. So this is how you use Git to manage projects. But all the changes we did, and this project resides in our local machine. But what if we want to use it with a team who are not working in your local machine? GitHub comes into play in situations like this. We can create repositories in GitHub, and all the team members can access GitHub remotely. We'll create a repository. We'll name it Git demo for the moment, and we'll create the repository. Now we have a remote repository and a local repository, but how we can connect these two repositories, because there's no link currently. To add a remote repository, we have to use a command called git remote add. We'll see if we have any remote repositories currently. We'll issue git remote, and we can see that we don't have any remote repositories now. To add our newly created repository, you can use this git remote add command. Here we have used origin as the name for our remote repository. We can change it to any name, but for the moment we will use the same command. We'll copy it, and we can issue git remote add origin and our repository link, and we'll see what are the remote links we have. We have a remote repository called origin. If we want to see the remote repository URL, we can issue git remote v. You can see the fetch and push. So to push the changes, you can easily use git push -u and origin. Here we have said that push all the changes to origin remote repository. But what is the branch we need to push? We are currently on feature. We'll say we want to push feature branch into origin. We can use our credentials, and changes will successfully pushed into our remote URL. If we refresh our page, you can see the feature branch has been created in remote repository. So this is a basic introduction on how to use Git and GitHub. You can use Git and GitHub to develop your projects efficiently. Okay, now you know how to install and configure Git and how to use Git. So let's see you in the next tutorial. If you have any questions regarding the Git version control system, you can contact us using our .tube page. Thank you.